Hello everyone, today's video is going to be discussing the spark plug change out. I also changed out the leads, so we'll show you a little bit about that. I'm also going to talk about the 3-point seat belts I recently put in to replace the factory lap belts. So the 3-point seat belts, if you're not familiar, will also add going over your shoulder, and they have the automatic tensioner that most modern seat belts have that will lock up in the event of a very quick stop or collision of some kind. I won't spend too much time on spark plugs because I think everyone pretty much knows how to change spark plugs. If not, there's plenty of videos out there for that. I just wanted to show exactly how bad mine were and how I went about changing those out with the new leads. So the old spark plugs here are threaded. The new spark plugs have these caps on them. So I'm going to use some pliers and twist those off the threaded end so that they will match up with the leads. Just like that. Let's set this cap aside. Now while I was able to slide the old one right off, it seems you can thread these on. So that's what I'm going to do. I think that's part of the problem I was having before. The engine was idling very rough. Slide that on, or thread that on rather. See, it's still twisting. That seems to be snug. Lead back over to where now the other ones ran. Now I'm going to be extra cautious, only taking one lead off at a time. That way, I don't get them crossed or out of order. That wouldn't be very good. Now I'm going to thread through the second one, which is cylinder 1 or spark plug 1. And thread that lead. Now for cylinder number 1, I need my extension, otherwise I won't be able to turn this at all. See, I'm using the finest quality nitrile gloves right now.
pulled that cap off we talked about on the number 2 cylinder. Start hand threading this in. My extender needs to be about another inch longer. It'll be very helpful right now. Next to nice and snug. And now we can go ahead and thread on the lead. Just a little bit tighter working back there.
Now this entire seatbelt installation process was very straightforward. I had the factory lap belts in here before, so I had pre-existing bolt holes, and you can see in the carpet there's a little bit of an embedding of where those straps would have connected to the tunnel before. Very simple, bolt out, take the old one out, new bolt in. Now one problem I have, which I'll try to show you with the centers, is that there's an indent here. Like it's gonna be flush up against this, but it isn't. And I'll show you some washers that this kit came with that also aren't gonna fit in there, but I believe they're just made to mat down the carpeting as needed. But there's the centers. You can see this outside's flat, but if I had the flat side up against the tunnel, it wouldn't look right at all. And obviously the top parts would be backwards. So these are both in here where I want them. They're in a nice position. You kind of adjust them as you need them by loosening that main bolt in the back. Getting into the part that actually makes these 3-point harnesses with the shoulder belt. This part just clips back onto here, but same, very simple. Bolt goes through there. There's a plastic washer that goes on either side of the actual mount point so that you're able to still swivel it depending on how tall you are when you're sitting up front. And then again, that part just clips back over the top. And now maybe most significantly is the actual retractable and locking part of the seat belt. It's going to make these seat belts a lot safer than your factory ones. This piece here, you can hear it slide out nice and smooth, but jerk on a little bit, locks right up, as modern seat belts do. Now these came with this L bracket, one part of which goes through your pre-existing holes to the floor, through that bolt, and another bolt to hold on your retractable and locking reel for that part. And then the actual part that goes over your shoulder clips onto the bottom too, which creates your lap belt piece. Now one complaint I have about this whole system is this does not slide very easy. It locks in place wherever you leave it, because this has teeth on it, and it doesn't, there's no point that it's loose enough that it just slides freely. So the same people run in the car all the time, it's not a big deal. If you have different people in and out, it might get a little annoying after a while, but really not a big issue. The actual belt itself is normal modern seatbelt material. It's comfortable. I got black. I know they had a couple different color options. If I didn't mention it already, I ordered these from J-Bugs, but I know a couple different places carry options of this. And having tried it out, honestly, it's pretty comfortable. You can see on this style seat where that mounting point is in relation to your shoulder of the seat. So depending on how tall you are, might not be as comfortable for you, but I'm 6'1", and I think it's pretty comfortable personally. I have no issues with it so far. The kit also came with 4 of these large washers. and 6 of these nuts, and 0 instructions. So the only thing I can think these would be used for is underneath the floor pans if you don't have the drilled holes that are threaded for the pre-existing bolts from the old seat belts. I'm trying to do a little bit of history of like what models and years had the seat belts. It's a little hard to find, but it seems like some of them might not have had all the hardware in there required to install the seat belt, so this might be able to help you with that if you didn't have those already on your car. Thank you all for watching. Please like the video and subscribe. It'll really help me out. I want to keep this going. This whole project's about proving that I can, you can work on an air-cooled Volkswagen from home. It's not too hard to do, as long as you can follow someone's help on YouTube or use the manuals or any other resources at your disposal. At the moment, I'm also having some issues in the engine with either timing or air-fuel mixture. As you saw in my original video for this car, I have a Weber 3236 progressive carburetor. I'm working on tuning that right now and seeing that, and probably resetting the timing, seeing if that makes a difference, but having a little bit of issues there, so hopefully there'll be a follow-on video about that as well. Thanks for watching.